Your business depends on quality, efficiency, and reliability. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we help you stay ahead with John Deere commercial mowers built for performance. Whether you're maintaining parks, businesses, or neighborhood lawns, you need equipment that works as hard as you do. With expert service, flexible financing, and the best lineup of mowers in the industry, Reynolds keeps your operation running strong. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
After the Marine Corps, I was diagnosed with PTSD and became homeless for 15 years. Like a hermit living on the street, I just existed. I came to Wheeler Mission. Wheeler operates on a culture of kindness. Going through their programs reminded me that my meaning in life is to serve God. God set me free from anxiety and depression. Before Wheeler, I just existed, but today I live.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get him.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Your business depends on quality, efficiency, and reliability. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we help you stay ahead with John Deere commercial mowers built for performance. Whether you're maintaining parks, businesses, or neighborhood lawns, you need equipment that works as hard as you do. With expert service, flexible financing, and the best lineup of mowers in the industry, Reynolds keeps your operation running strong. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
In today's rapidly evolving energy landscape, compliance is more than just a checklist. It's the foundation of operational reliability, safety, and trust. And here in Indianapolis, we're honored to be at the heart of that mission. We collaborate with asset owners, operators, helping them stay ahead of NERC standards and grid demands. Our electrical engineering and compliance experts provide hands-on support tailored to your fleet. As expectations rise and regulations evolve, you deserve a partner who brings more than just expertise. You need commitment, clarity, and confidence.
Did you know, according to the National Federation of High Schools, 80% of new officials quit the game after just 2 seasons because of abusive behavior from the stands and sidelines?
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with On Demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Oh, welcome to Indiana SRN and welcome to Aspen Creek Grill up in Noblesville. Paige Hollingsworth's with us, the general manager, and we have delicious food. We have ribs. What kind of ribs are these?
So these are our baby back smoked ribs, and we have two different styles here. We have our original sweet, kind of tangy barbecue sauce, and then we also have our sweet and spicy sauce on the other ones with green onions sprinkled on top for a little extra flavor.
And this is delicious. Jarrett, can you come get these so we can talk to Paige? We're previewing the top 5 of the Indiana SRN poll, but before Jarrett, you can't eat all those. Okay. Talk a little bit about Aspen Creek Grill in Noblesville, because people are used to probably seeing Mike Bennett, and now Mike Bennett is down in Greenwood. Talk a little bit about your new position and your new start.
So almost a year now, kind of hard to believe, but I did move up here from the Aspen in Louisville, Kentucky. Super excited to be here. It's been a great experience. The people are wonderful, love the area, and there's no better place to come and start your Friday night lights adventure than Aspen Creek Grill. We've got a great variety of menu items, whether you're looking for just appetizers, full meals, handheld sandwiches, burgers, we've got you covered. So great place to start off your Friday night or end up with the end of your night if you want, with a little late night snack.
If you're a Noblesville fan and a Mount Vernon fan, they play each other this Friday night. Come out to Aspen Creek Grill and get some delicious ribs or steak. The steaks, I'm telling you, steaks are the best. Store hours Monday through Thursday, 3 to 10. Correct?
Pardon
me? Store hours Monday through Thursday,
yes.
3 to 10. Friday, 11 to 10.
Correct.
And Sunday, 11 to 9.
Right, you got it.
And they have all kinds of screens for sporting events, too. You got Little League Baseball playing in the background, the Indianapolis Colts. And during the season, you'll have all kinds of sports on your screens.
Oh, yeah. We have tons of TVs. We'll get you covered on anything you want to watch. I venture to say there's probably not a seat in the house that you can't watch a sporting event.
That's true. Talk a little bit about the staff here, because one of the things that we have noticed the 5 years we've been here, your staff is terrific. What makes those staff people really like to work for your company?
Well, we enjoy what we're doing, and I think that shows a lot. We take a lot of pride in what we do and what we put out to our customers as they come in. We make everything fresh every day. Hand-cut steaks, hand-cut chicken, everything. So there's a lot of work that goes into the dinner that we put out for our customers behind the scenes. Our employees have a lot of pride in that. They know that what's coming out is going to be great, so they, understand that it's beautiful food and we're just having a great time doing it. We have a lot of people that, are young people that love working here. Sadly, we have 13 hosts and bussers that are leaving us, getting ready to go to school.
Going to college.
Yep, going to college.
So if
They're
you need
going
a job,
anywhere.
high schoolers come up.
Come on in, and it's a great place to work.
Yep.
We've got people that are going to the University of Kentucky, Ball State, IU, Butler. So, and they've all worked for us at least 2 to 3 years, all
That's
of
awesome.
them. Yeah, so kind of bittersweet, sad for us because we're sad to see them go, but it was great getting to know all those wonderful young people.
We'll be back here next week talking football. You're going to be back in that seat. You'll bring us something delicious next week.
I'll bring something very delicious for you next
the
week.
powwow shrimp is pretty good.
It's pretty good. It is a crowd pleaser.
Yes.
And on Wednesday, if you come in, it's half price with the purchase of 2 entrees.
There you go.
So perfect.
Thank you for coming.
All right.
Appreciate
Thanks
it. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Now, you got someone to come back to do trivia with us, or are you coming back to your hut seat?
Excited. Lucy will be out
Lucy will be here.
Yes,
There you go,
Lucy
boys.
Lucy is super excited.
We kind of like Lucy, except she tried to charge me for tea.
Oh.
But that's okay. No problem.
Well, you got to love her.
Yeah. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the 1 and 2A polls.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
A great lawn starts with the right equipment. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we're here to help you make mowing easier and more enjoyable. From zero turns to lawn tractors, John Deere mowers give you the power, precision, and comfort to get the job done right. Plus, with expert service and support from Reynolds, you can spend less time worrying about your mower and more time enjoying the results. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Welcome back to Aspen Creek Grill. With us is Nathaniel Finch. He is new to IndianaSRN for football this fall, and welcome aboard to the family of networks.
Yeah, always a pleasure. I'm excited.
Yeah, and Nathaniel comes with a lot of experience, and boy, high school football is upon us. You have a big game this week. What is your game? Well, we'll talk about your game later on this segment, aren't we?
How about that tease? It is going to be a great game. I can't wait to talk about it.
Let's look at 1A. We start with 10 through 1. Number 10, Milan. 9, Spring Valley. 8, North Miami. 7, Knightstown. 6 is Carroll, Florida, which is an outstanding team. 5 is South Adams, North Decatur, South Putnam, Providence, and North Judson. A lot of teams not in the Indianapolis area. The team that really in the Indianapolis area that we will see a lot of is probably Knightstown and South Putnam and North Decatur. Other than that, it's outside the Indianapolis metro area.
And here's what's exciting about this class. It's spread with just a bunch of who knows what's going to happen this year. So often in 1A, you've got the Lutheran who wins 3 straight. You've got Pioneer who won 3 straight, was at 17 through 20. You just so often have these dominant teams. That's not the case this year. We don't know who's going to be the best team. And that's what makes it so exciting. You look at the 2 teams that went to the state title game last year. North Judson, our top-ranked team in the class. Providence, who won the title game last year. They're losing their quarterbacks. They're losing their top running backs. They're losing their top receivers and tight ends. So many missing pieces on these offenses. Now, what we do know is these head coaches are outstanding, right? North Judson with Brett Lambert. He's been there for a while. Providence with Daniel McDonald, same deal. So the programs we know are strong. The systems we know are strong, but we have no idea how these new players are going to perform, and that's what just makes this so fun. You can go down top to bottom through this class, and it's like that. There's going to be so much parity this year.
Well, you look at 1A as well. You have to be prepared every week and most of these 1A schools, I notice on their schedule, they play up. They play 2A, 3A, even a 4A opponent. I think that's why Lutheran was so good in the past, is because they played up. And North Judson's not afraid to play people, and Milan has always been good at number 10, and they get to travel to Indianapolis a couple of times this year.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a huge key, because if you just stick with the 1A teams, with the teams in your conference, I mean, you're going to have a tough time when you play some of these really quality teams. The class is so top-heavy that you do need to move up and play some 2A, 3A, and 4A schools, and that's going to be a huge key for sure.
And if you're disappointed, IndianaSRN will have a couple 1A games throughout the season, but in the most case, North Judson, I think, would probably be the future team since they won it last year. They don't lose much talent. They would probably be the team that might be at Lucas Oil.
See, I think between them, who were the runner-ups last year, Providence, who won it last year. I mean, I really like what South Putnam is doing. They were great last year as well, but they lose their all-state quarterback. Yeah. I mean, everyone is losing these players where it's like you flip a coin. Number 4, North Decatur. They lost 11 starters and their all-state quarterback. I mean, it's going to be very exciting. I'll tell you one team that's going to be good. How about South Adams? Ranked down here at number 5. Keep an eye on these guys. They get their quarterback back, their star quarterback, 3,000 yards, 34 total touchdowns last year. He is going to be a huge key for these guys. Titus Lehman. I think South Adams is going to be a team that you're going to look at, as one of the top.
And South Adams has visited Lucas Oil Stadium as well in the past. So, you got a lot of teams that scramble. Talk a little bit about the structure in 1A, because it seems like the 1A teams get really kind of shafted, if you will, but there are good teams everywhere, and especially in Indianapolis. There's some small teams in Indianapolis that can make some noise as well.
But there are some teams where, like I mentioned, these programs, these institutions. I mean, you looked at Lutheran for years. You always knew if you were on Lutheran's side of the semi-state, you're gonna in trouble.
Lose, yes.
Exactly. So with how top heavy this class is, you really, like we mentioned, need to play some teams in your regular season that are higher classes to get prepared, because I mean, like you said, it is kind of tough with how many teams there are in 1A, but then how many great teams are at the top of 1A. It can make it tough come postseason.
Well, let's take a look at 2A. I am just really excited about 2A. This thing is loaded. Number 10 is Triton Central, which will be on IndianaSRN on August 29th and October 13th. Eastern Green, Andrean, LaPel, Heritage Christian, Indianapolis Lutheran, Linton Stockton, Lafayette Central Catholic, Browntown Central, and Adams Central. Any of these top teams could get to Lucas Oil easily.
Absolutely. I mean, how about this? The number 5 ranked Saints, Lutheran, you just mentioned. We just talked about how dominant they've been over the years. They're ranked 5th here in the class, of course, moving up from 1A a couple of years ago. Here's a team I want to look at, and I want to really, and we'll see them a couple times, including here in a couple weeks. How about Heritage Christian? They return a lot of great players. Their running back, and Elijah Pimental, we saw him a couple times last year. He hurt his knee and missed the majority of the season, but he was a stud the year before. He comes back for his senior season. You know he's going to be hungry because he just lost a whole year of college tape now that he's not going to be able to get back. How about their quarterback in Eli Nix? He's going to be very good. He has been for the last couple of years. The difference here, though, you lose your longtime head coach. So Caleb Brink's going to come in. It's his first time coaching. He's from Michigan. Yeah. We'll see what he can do. But I really like the offense of Heritage Christian. And they're all the way down at number 6. How quality of a team that is. That is because 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, these are such good teams. These teams would compete in Class 3A.
You mentioned Kyle Ray, who's been with Heritage Christian for a long time, got a new job, stepped down as the head coach. Might surprise us to be in the booth a couple times this year on SRN. I think they're really good. In fact, you'll see Heritage Christian 2 times on IndianaSRN, September 12th and September 13th. Indianapolis Lutheran you'll see on September 26th. And LaPel we see on October the 3rd. Won't see Adams Central, though we have seen them in the past. Browntown Central is the team that we will also see. They will play Seymour. And now you talk about a 2A team playing a 5A team. You got to throw that out because that's two county rivalries. That game will be sold out and it will be pack to pack. But who would be your favorite at this point in 2A?
I think you have to give it to Adams Central. It's why we have them ranked number 1. But, I mean, you look at some of these teams at the top. Brownstown Central, they exited early. They lost at the buzzer in regionals, heartbreaking fashion. But they return a lot of players, including their star quarterback. Micah Sheffer had 18 total touchdowns last year. I mean, you look through this list. LCC, they return a lot of good players. You look at Linton Stockton, they return a lot of good players as well. But I think Adams Central, the way that they've played this, if they make it to Lucas Oil, that'd be what, the 5th time in a row, because they lost to Lutheran 3 straight years in 1A, bump up, and guess what? They win it last year.
That's the crazy thing is if you look at the 2A schedule, just 4 years ago, there's 5 of these teams that are in the top 10 that were in 1A competing for a state championship,
and that shows how top heavy 1A is because you can have all of that tournament success for years. They bump you up, and guess what? These teams are still that good that they can compete a class up. It's pretty impressive. And for Adams Central here, the Flying Jets, you have a coach who's been there for 17 years. I mean, you know it is going to be, and Michael Moser, you know this is an institution. They love to run the football, almost 300 rushing yards a game last year, but they returned their star quarterback who is only a junior. So they could, I mean, if things go the way that Moser is hoping, so I mean, they could make it to Lucas Oil 3 years in a row with this guy. Won the title as a sophomore. He's back with a vengeance this year. It's going to be exciting to watch.
Watch these 1A and 2A teams right here on IndianaSRN. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Jarrett Lewis will join us with 3A and 4A. And Nathaniel will be back later on this segment.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there is just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Back at Aspen Creek Grill, Keith Myers, Jarrett Lewis with us. Jarrett was gone for a couple years and now has come back. He's in the Hall of Fame of IndianaSRN. We have to take your picture down because now you're back working with us.
That's news to me. I didn't know there was a Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, Troy's on it. I'm on it. Jerry's on it.
What are the qualifications?
Just breathe and be on the broadcast.
All right, that works for me.
Talk a little bit about the experience you have with IndianaSRN. You've gone, now you come back. Your excitement of high school football, the fall is going to be a pretty good year.
Yeah, the fall is always a fun time around here, around this state. Starting out doing games, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But my first year was 5 or 6 years ago now, I want to say. And every year I feel like it gets better and better. And, we're able to, use a lot of good information and, put together a really high quality broadcast. And just the couple of years I've been here, it's been pretty sweet to see, pretty cool experience. And now that we're back, it's going to be even better, I feel like.
50 games, I think we're going to broadcast.
All right.
Fall, so that's good. You got 3A and 4A. I'll tell you what, you got a pretty good bracket hit. 10, you got Lawrenceburg. Then you got 9, Knox and West Lafayette tied, which I don't know how Troy got that done, but he did. And
I trust him.
Then Evansville Memorial, Gibson Southern, always good, Monterey, Maconaquah, Tri-West, Mississinawa, Cascade, and Fort Wayne Lourdes. This thing's loaded.
It is pretty loaded. It's a lot of teams that we're not necessarily familiar with, teams that we haven't really seen before unless they make deep runs in the state tournament like a Fort Wayne Lures will typically do, like Gibson Southern did a couple years back. Also, Lawrenceburg made a state appearance not too long ago. Evansville Mater Dei, you can't leave out the Evansville schools, and you kind of get a lot of them in the 3A and 4A side of things, and I think we're going to see a lot of them, especially Evansville Memorial has been really good, historically a good program. So it's a pretty loaded 3A. What do you want to do? You want to start at the bottom? Start at 10? Lawrenceburg, like I said, state championship appearance in 22. They lose to Chittard, which
everybody loses
to Chittard. Yeah, we'll get to them in 4A not too long from here. But really recently, Lawrenceburg has been pretty impressive. Since 2019, they've had 8 wins or more every season. So just putting on a pretty good clinic. They don't pass a lot. They had a lot of guys last year with 40 more carries. So a run-heavy team. I think that's going to be the case again. They return their leading rusher, who happens to be their quarterback also, in Crew Gilmore. So he's a guy to watch out for, I think, for Lawrenceburg. Another thing to watch out for, too, their leading receiver, Keaton McGrath, last year had 49 catches. The next closest guy had 12. So pretty big difference there. You probably going to see hopefully some guys kind of step up and fill that void there. Knox and West Lafayette, the two teams that tied at number 9. That's very interesting. Kind of had some similar seasons. Finished 8-4. At least West Lafayette did. Lost to McConaughey, who's in this 3A poll, slightly ahead of them. That was a pretty close game last year. Knox in the regional lost 41-40 to Garrett.
Yeah. Wasn't that the last play of the game?
It probably was, but the numbers here are crazy from Knox. 69 rushing touchdowns as a team last year. So a very run-heavy squad, as you can tell. And they're returning some of those guys. Miles McLaughlin is going to come back for that team. They do graduate Jake Convoy. He had 25 of those 69 rushing touchdowns. So a run-heavy team is Knox. Again, some of these teams we're not too familiar with, but as the season goes on, we're going to see some really good teams like that continue to stick around and make some noise. Evansville Memorial, as we mentioned prior,
loaded.
Just the one loss, and that came to Heritage Hills, who won
state
Class 3A.
Yes.
And they move up to 4A. We'll talk about them more in just a little bit. But Memorial, historically good. Coach John Hurley, it's going to be his 19th year
institution
at the school. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the word of the day, I think, so far.
Yep.
Nathaniel started that. But, yeah, you want to talk about an institution, that would be Evansville Memorial. They won the Southern Indiana Athletic Conference, which is a very good conference. A lot of Evansville schools, obviously. So they went 9-0, and they have a junior coming in at quarterback in Luke Brown. He has some big shoes to fill because Matthew Fisher finished last year with nearly 2,800 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 1 interception. That's pretty good,
I think that's pretty good.
That'll do the job.
I think that would work.
That'll do the job. But their lone loss in the sectional championship to Heritage Hills, so they won't have to worry about them next year. Gibson Southern, state champs in 21. They lost to Heritage Hills last year in the opening round. So, a team that has familiarity of going deep into the postseason, but one of those teams that there's a couple of them here that they just ran into a juggernaut in Heritage Hills. Evansville Modern Day.
What can you say about them?
Lost to Memorial in the opening round.
Yep.
When you get these Evansville schools and they're so familiar.
Well, because
with
they're
each
rivals,
other.
because they play each other in that conference, and now all of a sudden you play in their sectional.
And Memorial's had Modern Day's number for a couple of years now.
McConaughey will make some noise as well.
I think so too. 8-0 in their conference last year. They lost to the eventual state runner-up in Fort Wayne Lewis, who's number 1 in our 3A poll. I think you're right. Aiden Robinson, he's going to be just a junior, and he had 3 interceptions in that loss to Fort Wayne Lewis last year, but just 7 overall for the season. 42 touchdowns, over 3,100 yards rushing. So it's still a balanced offense because they have Marcel Sims, who last year had 15 touchdowns scoring on the ground. So McConaughey, I think you're right, can make a lot of noise. Tri-West, I feel like we end up talking about them a lot. They're in a pretty good conference, too.
We've seen them a couple years ago in a sectional final.
Very tough conference and a tough season, just 8-5. But make note of this name if you haven't yet already, Jackson Sorgi. Does that name ring a bell, perhaps?
Yes, it does.
Maybe. Mm-hmm. So if you're thinking Jim Sorgi, you would be right.
You're correct.
And Jackson's only going to be a junior, and he had a really good sophomore season, 19 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions, so taking care of the ball. I think Tri-West can look really good this upcoming season. Some of their losses are teams in their conference too. That's Danville, Lebanon, and Western Boone. So that's a really tough conference.
And in the top 3, you got Mishawaka, Cascade, and Fort Wayne Lords. We don't have enough time to talk about those.
That's
but
fine.
all of those things are loaded, right?
Oh, very loaded. Cascade. If you take anything away from this team, so they're second in our 3A poll. They punted the ball last year only 3 times. And they averaged 40 points a game.
There you go.
And they're returning everybody.
Yeah.
So, watch out for them. Okay, as quickly as we can, going through 4A.
Let's just break it down. We got Fort Wayne Dwangler at 10, Greenfield Central, which you should know very well.
Mm-hmm.
9, Greenwood's going to be very good. Danville is always good. 6 is East Noble, New Prairie, Heritage Hills, defending state champions in 3A. Evansville Wrights, Mishawaka, and Bishop Chatard. Bishop Chatard will be on IndianaSRN just 7 times this year.
Deservingly so, though.
Yeah.
I think so. Real quick, if we can, just 3 teams that we can kind of look at real quick. East Noble, who was the state runner-up last year, got beat by New Palestine, which kind of like Bishop Chatard. If you're playing New Palestine, you're probably going to lose.
Well, the crazy thing, we had the New Palestine Chatard semi-state last year on a cold day.
Arguably the game of the year.
That was the state finals, if you ask me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
New Palestine is going to be very good again, and we'll hear more about them coming up. But East Noble, just a terrific program, a team that can really run the football very well. They were 13-2 last year. My pick this year, after winning 3A, I think it's going to be Heritage Hills. They have 2 of the best offensive players in the whole state. Their tight end, Tyler Ruxer, Oklahoma commit, is arguably the best player in the state this year for Heritage Hills.
How about their quarterback?
And the quarterback is terrific. That's Jet Goldsberry.
Yep.
Ole Miss commit. So
is he going to Ole Miss?
They're both going to the SEC. Okay. So we got 2 SEC commits for this Heritage Hills team. Last year, they win 3A. They beat Fort Wayne Lures. They ran the ball for 328 yards. And they're going to do that again this year.
And they were just really, really just big.
Mm-hmm. They dominated just about every game they were in, averaged 40 points a game. They would run all over you, 54 rushing touchdowns as a team. Can't forget about the defense, though, too. The defense is going to help you, of course, win some championships. They had 4 shutouts last season, so this is a team that they didn't really – I mean, obviously, they definitely lost a couple of key players from that 2024 class, but this 2025, if you're looking at just this offense and how much of a firepower it's going to be with Goldsberry throwing to Ruxer, that's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, and all these teams will be tested before they get to the sectional.
Absolutely.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, well, we got 5A and 6A. Troy Derigowski, the old man, 41 years in the business, will be with us.
Oh, he's older than I thought. Oh,
yeah. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there is just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
In today's rapidly evolving energy landscape, compliance is more than just a checklist. It's the foundation of operational reliability, safety, and trust. And here in Indianapolis, we're honored to be at the heart of that mission. We collaborate with asset owners, operators, helping them stay ahead of NERC standards and grid demands. Our electrical engineering and compliance experts provide hands-on support tailored to your fleet. As expectations rise and regulations evolve, you deserve a partner who brings more than just expertise. You need commitment, clarity, and confidence.
It's game day, a time to focus on the excitement and not to worry about your insurance coverage. With Indiana Farmers Insurance by your side, you can step onto the field or into the bleachers with true peace of mind, knowing your coverage is handled by local agents who care about your business, your auto, your home, local agents, here for you. Now that's what we call teamwork.
Back here at IndianaSRN Aspen Creek Grill, if you want to come to eat great steak, and you said the ribs are delicious. You had some ribs.
Absolutely amazing ribs. You will not be disappointed. I'm a rib guy. Just told you that a little bit ago off the air. They are fall off the bone ribs.
Aspen Creek Grill up in Noblesville, and there's one down in Greenwood. And Paige and her staff has been very kind to us. Did you get your tea?
Well, I got my tea. I'm a little upset at Lucy didn't bring me the tea when I wanted it, but I did eventually get the tea, and it's excellent as well, by the way.
Fine. So Aspen Creek Grill, make sure you come and support them. Let's look at 5A. I think 5A is probably the most balanced of all of them. You got Whiteland at 10, Valpo at 9, Plainfield at 8, Castle at 7, Concord at 6, Lafayette Jeff, which we will see at 5.
Yep.
Maryville at 4, East Central at 3, Bloomington South, Cathedral, and New Pal. What do you think?
Well, the usual suspects are there. New Pal lost a lot of kids from that championship team. You talked with Jared about that a little bit ago. We saw that team against Bishop Chatard last year, and they'll be loaded again. They will be the team to beat, I think, right out of the chute. Kyle Ralph does a great job there. I just, and I hate to spoil everybody's fun already in 5A, but I just don't see anybody beating them because they have so much talent back from that state championship team a year ago. Balanced, yes, I agree with that. I think 6A might be a little more to the line for me balance-wise because I can't pick a winner on the 6A, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But
I have a winner, I think.
We'll debate that because you and I debated before on that.
Yes, we have.
But as far as 5A goes, you have so many teams from so many different parts of the state, but you also had teams like Cathedral who they're going to be very good. I know they didn't play as well last year as they certainly wanted to, but I think they're back on the upside of things. Bloomington South, we saw them last year. It was very cold down in Bloomington, but we made the trek down there, and they've got a lot of their kids back for this year. East Central down at St. Leon is always loaded.
Goodness. Yeah.
They remind me so much of New Pal because bottom line is for New Pal, they have so much talent, but they build it from very young.
Well,
and they do the same thing at St. Leon.
Yeah. East Central reminds me of the old Roncalli. The old CYO, the kid's in 3rd grade, and now he's going to learn my offense. He's learning all that. So by the time he gets to the head coach as varsity, he already has that mastered. And that's what East Central has done with their youth program.
Yeah, and
all these teams have done that with their youth program.
Yeah, and if you have been to St. Leon recently, they continue to build up on their facilities.
Huge.
And so, they're just continually doing something to enable that program to get better and better. They've got a great weight program going on down there, and I'm very familiar being from that side of the state a lot, and so they're just going to be very good. We have some teams from the region. Maryville will be tough this year. You've got Valparaiso is going to be very good. Don't fall asleep on them, and I will be anxious to see Lafayette Jeff. As you said, we get them this Friday night. They're going to make the trek down here to take on Bishop Chatard, who we have number 1 in 4A. Lafayette Jeff, though, they lose their starting quarterback. They do have a lot of good receivers back from last year's team, so it's going to depend on who's going to take over the quarterback duties and will he be able to throw the football the way they did last year.
Well, I'm looking for the coaches. Both coaches have been with their program for a long, long time, battling back and forth.
Yeah.
That will be a good game. Tell us a little bit about this Concord. Concord has been making noise the last couple of years. Are they really a number 6 team in 5A?
Well, there's always an argument about doing these polls, and I know the USA poll came out, I believe, yesterday. We'll wait for the AP poll to come out. Everybody's got a poll. And the only reason we do polls is because it gives us something in the media to talk about.
Yeah.
So we don't know until we get those first couple of weeks under our belt to really know who's stepping in and who's going to take over from some of the other positions, what holes they have. I mean, you and I have coached not football but basketball, and you never feel ready by game 1.
No.
Or game 2.
You wasn't ready last week for scrimmage. The scrimmages were little...
Well, and you expect that because first off, you're only going to get so many plays. It's all scripted. You don't know when the lights come on for real on Friday night who's going to step up and who. Now you can count on the guys that were with you a year ago. You know what to get from them, but there's some of these other players that have only played JV or played freshman football, you don't really know. Concord plays up in the region. Region is very good in football. They love football up there.
Yes, they do.
Unfortunately, they always feel like they've got to come down here. And the one argument I always heard about the teams in the region coming down to Indianapolis is the speed of the game
is a lot faster
in Indianapolis for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe it's just a theory, but that is always what I hear. But you just never know. And again, like I said, polls are polls, and we have fun talking about it, but let's wait and see what happens in week 3 or so, and then we have more of an idea who's better.
Okay, or maybe next week.
Or maybe next week, yeah.
6A, you have Warren Central, number 10, Crown Point Hamilton Southeastern, which we will see a couple of times, Columbus North, Fishers, Decatur Central, Lawrence North, Center Grove, which is always good, Westfield, and Brownsburg. That, I think, is our is our state champion in Brownsburg.
Well, I like Brownsburg in a lot of ways. And first off, their quarterback.
He's outstanding.
He's outstanding.
You want to tell people where he's going?
Well, I don't think we know yet, do we?
No.
I watched he and I follow each other on Twitter.
Yep.
And he had a very busy summer. I don't know what else he did, but he was at seemed like every camp there was. And I'm talking about major camps. And he was there. And he was a shining star at those camps. So, everybody wants him. There's no doubt about that. Problem is with Brownsburg is they don't have the same guys back on defense that they did from a year ago that got them to that state championship and won it. Of course, they had to make a couple of comebacks in the playoffs.
Well, we had a couple
too.
of their comebacks,
Yeah,
yes.
so depending on what their defense does will depend on how far they go. Now, Warren Central, they're loaded too. Question is, can their offense produce better than they did a year ago? And I think they can, because they're going to have to improve the passing game. I don't know much about Crown Point. Again, you're talking about a regional team, but Hamilton Southeastern, we saw them in the scrimmage. They've got a couple of big tight ends. They can run the football. Their quarterback, 6'5", about 225, and he can sling the football around.
Yep.
Don't fall asleep on the Royals.
You talk about Warren Central. They got a new coach as well, so they have to adapt to his new style of playing. But I was very impressed with Hamilton Southeastern, but Brownsburg just looks really, really good to me.
Well, we'll find out. We'll see what happens on Friday. They're going to play Spalding out of Maryland, and
number one team in the nation.
They lost some kids, but they're loaded too, and you would expect them to be, and that's going to be a great test. And if you don't have a ticket to that game on Friday night, you're probably not going to get one.
Well, my ticket will be at Lafayette Jeff and Chittard, so I think I'd rather do that one. Talk a little bit. Do you think 6A, our kids in 6A, will be ready for the next level? Do you think? I know our football kids might be, but 6A, you got to be ready for Division I, don't you?
Well, if you go to the sports page, Monday's sports page, we listed all the kids that have committed already or are on the high, and I'm talking about Division I college football, and we're already well past 50, and more coming, I'm sure, because we just have seemed to – I said this when I first came here way back in 1990. Indiana shouldn't take – we don't have the same population as a Texas and a California and some of them, but we produce a lot of really good football players in this state. I know it's known as a state that's basketball, but let me tell you what, in football, we certainly can produce a lot of good players, and this is a very good class. We got guys going to the SEC. You got all kinds of players going to the Big Ten, the MAC, you name it. They're going to be there.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, Jarrett and Nathaniel and Troy will break down their games for you. We got trivia coming.
Wait, can I say one thing about the trivia?
Yes.
When you watch the trivia question tonight, just be really careful of what the question will be, because sometimes the answer doesn't match the question.
Lucy may have to have someone to help her, because she says she doesn't know about football, so she's already picked you to try to help her.
Okay.
So, it's for a Jolly Rancher.
Oh, boy.
Come on, big price.
Wow, you've really gotten a high price.
Big prices in our budget. By the way, we want to thank our producer, Nick, on the 1 and 2s tonight. We want to thank you also. Check out our website. Check out the sports page. As well. It's every day there's something new on there, and check that out. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Vertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Back here at Aspen Creek Grill, the show got a lot better because Keith is no longer with us. So he'll be back for the trivia coming up in just a couple of moments. 3 games coming up on Friday night. And we're excited to have a brand new season because we've got tons of football games coming up. And the 3 of us will get the majority of those games, I do believe. And let's start with the games you'll be doing. Let's start with you. First off, Nathaniel, what game will you have on Friday?
Should be a pretty exciting one. It is Covenant Christian. It is Park Tudor. Covenant Christian, a new head coach in Luke Cypress, and it's a team that went 0-10 last year. So the floor the bar's set pretty low.
Yeah.
But it's a team that, really excited for what they could do this season. You get the new head coach, see if you can instill a new culture. It's a team that had quite a bit of success. I mean, they were above 500 for a handful of years, just a couple of years ago. So it's a team, the program can have success. They have a new coach there, excited to see what they can do. And then Park Tudor has just been building and building and building under Coach Somerville. They've looked very good, and it could be another strong year for them. So it should be a pretty fun game, and I'm excited to see how it goes.
Anytime you get a new head coach, the one thing about it, you talk about changing the culture, and it takes time to do that.
Yeah.
And I certainly want to make sure that fans get the understanding that you just don't turn things around overnight. I know expectations can be high, but sometimes you got to be very patient.
Sometimes you can, though. There's certainly instances. So give them patience. If things don't work out right away, give them patience. But also, there's a chance. Show up and see what happens.
Yeah.
There's absolutely a world where this team can have success from day one, and we'll find out on Friday night.
Well, and you also find out, too, if you can get the fans to show up and give them a lot of support, that's huge too.
Absolutely.
So, all right, Jared, who we mentioned, is back after, West Virginia. You go to Houston. Then you decide to come back here. Any other road trips you're going to make before you settle down?
No, not yet. We got a couple years,
Good.
And then we'll decide if we want to take another, random road trip. No, I'm just kidding. But it's good to be back. I mean, this is like I said earlier, just a really exciting time. And you mentioned with Covenant Christian, a team that we've followed for many years, and a team that's traditionally we have seen done really well, and just had tremendous players, and they've made deep runs in the playoffs before. But patience will be key, certainly in these Week 1 games. We'll kind of see who's hot, who's not. We'll see if the polls are close, or if they're off on a couple of teams. But that's kind of really the exciting part about the Week 1 and even into Week 2 and 2 and 3. Just seeing how these teams develop, and you get a sense of really who's going to be good and who you're going to see later on when it gets colder out.
And who do you have on Friday night?
We have Mount Vernon and Noblesville. And these two are actually non-conference game, but they've played each other a lot Week 1 the past couple of years. Noblesville's had Mount Vernon's number even in the year that Mount Vernon went and won the state championship about 5 or 6 years ago. Noblesville, I believe, beat them in that season, and ever since then, Noblesville has beat them, and it's been high-scoring games too. So I think we can expect a lot of that again this time around. Two teams that really struggled last year. Noblesville went 4-6. Coach John Hebert, who is a name that a lot of people know as an Indiana head football coach. He's been around for a long time. Used to coach at Carmel. He's had success with these big programs. So trying to turn things around with a 4-6 squad from last year, and Mount Vernon, who another team that has, we have seen recently with a lot of success, but just 2-8 last year, and went through kind of a juggernaut to start off the season. And they're in a pretty decently good conference. I mean, you start off with Noblesville; they play Franklin Community. You add Greenfield Central, who has really played well as of late, had a pretty good season last year, going 8-3, one of their better years. And then you add New Palestine in the mix, of course. And of course, if you're a Mount Vernon fan, you're thinking, how do we end up drawing New Palestine in the first round or second round of the sectional? That's just our luck, just having to go through a really tough program like that. New Pal has really set the bar in that Hoosier Heritage Conference. Mount Vernon, though, like we said, did win that state championship a few years ago. They're looking to go back and kind of be back in that sort of era, that sort of feeling with head coach Vince Leidy.
And nice to have their quarterback back as well.
That is true. That's always really nice to have. When you see a kind of a lackluster type of season offensively, can't really score the football. Getting guys into that second year, that third year, where they're just still developing and just only getting better as the week goes on. That's always a really good feeling.
I know we'll talk about Lafayette Jeff Chittard here in a moment. We'll get to our trivia, but I know you've seen the schedule for week one. There's got to be a lot of games on there that you're going to be doing your game and kind of looking at your phone to see what's happening in some of the other games.
Yeah, it's always exciting because these first couple of weeks, it's these non-conference games. So sure, you're always going to get the same conference games weeks 2 through 9. But when we can see these exciting games in the first couple of weeks where teams, especially some teams, we were talking about Keith and I earlier, you've got some really, really quality 2A teams that are going to be playing 3 and 4A teams in these first couple of weeks, so it always is exciting to see how everything kind of shakes out there.
All right, the other game we're going to have will be Lafayette Jeff and Bishop Chittard. I don't know if you guys have done any research on either one of those two teams. Bishop Chittard has their starting quarterback back. We saw them the other night, and they can run the football again. Zion Haney is going to Ball State. He's going to lead that offensive line. On the Lafayette Jeff side, though, they lose their quarterback, and a guy threw for like 3,000 yards and 40 touchdowns last year. So I don't know how they're going to do offensively, but they got some good running backs, and so that ought to be another great game.
And it's, again, one of these institutions where you've got a coach that's been there for a while. It's a program that has had plenty of success, so you lose some guys, but when you have such a good program, you can plug and play and pretty early in the season have success.
Well, like I said a little bit ago, and I think you would agree, though, these polls that we do early, a lot of that's based on what happened a year ago as the season ended. And so we really don't know. But bottom line is we'll know in a couple of weeks who's good, who probably isn't as good as we thought, and maybe a few surprises, too.
Yeah, you didn't use AI to come up with all these
No,
polls.
it's right up here. Everything's right up here.
Good.
Yeah.
No, just like you said, we'll kind of find out quickly, I think, who's who, if anyone's going to make some real noise or if they're not. And we won't use AI moving forward to make any of our polls, we promise.
No, we promise we won't. All right, do not go away. We will bring Keith back, and Lucy's coming back, too, and she's going to be trying to attempt at least to decipher whatever trivia question this will be. And you and I, we all know Keith well enough to know sometimes the trivia.
She's in trouble.
Yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever. We'll do that coming up in here in just a couple of moments here at Aspen Creek Grill.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort, fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
A great lawn starts with the right equipment. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we're here to help you make mowing easier and more enjoyable. From zero turns to lawn tractors, John Deere mowers give you the power, precision, and comfort to get the job done right. Plus, with expert service and support from Reynolds, you can spend less time worrying about your mower and more time enjoying the results. Reynolds Farm Equipment. your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Back live at Aspen Creek Grill in Noblesville. Lucy's with us, and you've been knocking our trivia question. Lucy, tell everyone in the whole entire world how much you know about football.
I know absolutely nothing.
Okay, Lucy, tell
well,
everybody.
You know what the nice thing about that is? You won't lose your prize.
I
you
get a
are going to
prize?
get a Jolly Rancher if you get all the prizes. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been working for Aspen Creek Grill?
About 3 months now.
Do a shout out. What's the best thing on the menu?
The chicken tacos. Get the chicken tacos if you come. They are so good. Oh my gosh.
The ribs.
No.
The
chicken
No.
tacos.
No, the chicken taco. They come with chipotle aioli on it, and they're so good.
Here's the thing, Lucy. If you lose this week, we'll be back next week. Maybe you can come back and try to
Is
win
it going to be
next week.
football again?
What do you want? What trivia? What do you want?
You should do marching band.
Marching band
Yeah.
trivia.
Yeah, I'd win.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Who won the state this year?
It
I don't
started
know.
Yet.
Well, they did.
The DCI, the Blue Coats won. I'm pretty sure.
The Blue
Boston
Coats.
Crusaders. Boston Crusaders won the big DCI
the big
worldwide.
one. Yeah.
The
Who won it? Who
Fairground
won
had-
it at the state fair?
Fairgrounds. Who won the state fairgrounds?
That was Anderson, wasn't it?
Yes.
The
but-
Indians. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, Lucy. If you need help, just say, Troy, help me. You
Okay,
ready?
got
How many points is a touchdown worth? 6, 7, or 8?
6.
6. That's correct. You
Yeah.
got one right. Number 2. Round of applause by the studio audience. There we go.
Thanks.
Number 2. What do you call when a quarterback throws the ball at a teammate and he catches it? A pass, a punt, or a handoff?
A pass?
That's a pass. That's correct. Question number 2. Lucy, you're halfway there.
Wouldn't that be? You said if he catches, isn't that a reception?
It's a pass. He throws the ball. Number 3. Troy, don't bother me, Troy.
I told
Number
you.
3. Which Debbie is watching in Michigan
Sorry,
right now, and she's
sorry.
going, man, Troy is just making him look like a fool. Yes, honey. The NFL team that has a star on their helmet is the Dallas Cowboys, the New England Patriots, or the Houston Texans.
The Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboy is correct. You need to be a little bit louder because the audience needs to hear you.
Oh, sorry.
And number 4, this is for the Jolly Rancher. You ready?
Yeah.
Drum roll, please. Here we go. How many players does each team have on the field during the football game? 9, 11, or 12?
11.
That's correct.
Wow.
Jolly Rancher. See, you know things about football.
Wow.
I thought you were going to ask me like questions about the teams and stuff.
No. You
Yeah.
want to tell
That's
everybody to
next
come
week.
and join us next week?
Oh, you guys should all come in. What's this thing called?
IndianaSRN.
You guys should all come and join IndianaSRN next week.
The Sports Zone. We'll be back. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.